Hey everyone, LWJ here, and I thought I'd give you guys a movie review. Okay, let's get started. Uh, Last Tuesday, I took my oldest niece to see Rogue One, and I plan on going to see it again this coming Tuesday with my nephew, and the following Tuesday after that with my youngest niece. So yeah, I plan on seeing it 3 times, and yeah, that'll be 3 times worth it, because that's how good this film is. Um, I hear a lot of people are saying, "Oh, you're not a true Star Wars fan unless you complain about 2 things in the movie." Yeah, I'll get to those in a moment, but first I'm going to cover why I'm going on Tuesdays. See, the local Regal cinemas here near my house here in Los Angeles, they do $8 movies on Tuesdays. So why not? Anyway, let's get to it. The first it opens with that first thing with the first of those 2 things I was mentioning. No opening text crawl, and people, and like I said, people are saying if you're not a true Star Wars fan, don't complain that there's no opening text crawl. Here's the thing: Rogue One is a Star Wars story. It is not an actual. I wouldn't call it an actual episode of Star Wars. It's not episode 4. It's not episode 5 or episode 3. I would say it's episode 3.75 because it doesn't. I wouldn't say it's 3.5 or 3 or anywhere. I would say it's episode 3.75 because it it even though it starts off, we see a young Jyn Erso with her father Galen Erso and her mother, um, and God, the main villain of the movie, basically trying to get her father, Jyn Erso's father, to Galen to continue working on the Death Star, and then after that it follows both Jyn Erso and how she gets involved with the rebellion, and they get the plans to the Death Star. That's the whole story right there. And that's basically what Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is, and that's why I call it. And there's another reason why I call it 3.75. Um, this is like it's like the novel Shadows of the Empire. The book Shadows of the Empire, where it covers how the rebels got the plans to the new Death Star, to the second Death Star. How what happened shortly after Empire, and then them going to find out, using the Bothan spy net to get the plans, and Bothan's died, and they got the plans to the second Death Star. So that's what Rogue One is pretty much like to me. But you see, it's also got all the regular stuff you would expect from a Star Wars movie, the action, all that other stuff. They find out where Galen Merrick is building some of the stuff for the Death Star, and then he goes to what is it? They the rebels the Rebel Alliance sends a pilot to kill Galen Erso, and he they the Alliance ends up finding out what's going on, and the Alliance goes and sends a bunch of fighters to the location, and everything just falls apart from there. They end up shooting everything up and killing Galen Erso there before the pilot. I can't remember the name. I don't remember much of the character's name, but you don't really need to, because by the end of the film, spoiler alert, all the main protagonists of the series of this movie, the main group of protagonists, they all die. Okay, they're all gone. Uh, let's see what else is there. Then they get the plans. They go to the planet for where the plans are, where the Death Star plans are being stored. They find out that Galen or so intentionally put in the exhaust port thing, and well, sorry, I'm a little tired. Um, they they give they send a the actual uh, plans via transmission to a ship above the planet. They're about to leave when all of a sudden a star destroyer, boom, comes right at them like, oh shit, we're right in front of the rebel ship that has the plans. And it's actually it's a regular standard Death Star. I mean, it's not Death Star, Star Destroyer. But on it is Darth Vader. He gets a group of people together, gets a group of soldiers together. They board the rebel ship. You see an empty an empty black hallway, and all of a sudden you hear the familiar breathing and red lightsaber ignites, and you're like, and I'm like, they're all gonna be dead. And he goes through just deflecting the blaster bolts, killing, using the force to kill every single character, slashing with his lightsaber. One of the guys says, "Here, take this to someone's waiting on the other side of the gate on the door because the door got jammed open. I mean, jammed at a certain point. He reaches through, hands it to him, and then at that point, right through him with a lightsaber. The guy takes off, gets on board another ship that's docked right there in that particular ship, and he goes, "Go, leave, get out of here, let's go." And they take off, and it's Tanteen 4, the Rebel blockade runner from Episode 4. So he ends up, this one particular character ends up handing this thing that's got the plans to a character, and we all know who it is. Now, the other thing that people say that you're not a true Star Wars fan if you don't complain about is the fact that they used two people. They used two characters in the movie are completely computer generated, completely CGI. And one of them is an actor who's been dead for quite some time. This one is, of course, Governor Tarkin, played brilliantly in Episode 4 by Peter Cushing. And the second one was, of course, Princess Leia. And this was, of course, done. This whole thing, of course, was done well before Carrie Fisher passed away, because this movie was released around the time that she passed, and this post-production and everything was already done, and they had already added it in there, and they were like, she held it, and they said, "What?" They said, "What's that?" And she goes, "Hope," as in a new hope. So basically, and what another movie reviewer here on YouTube, Jeremy John, said basically what you can do with this movie is you can watch it and then pop in Episode 4 right there and pick it up, because that's what it is. That is why I consider this Episode 3.75, because it goes through a little bit of a story, then right at the end it goes right into Episode 4. Basically, I love it. It's a great film. If you haven't seen it yet, and you're a Star Wars fan, go ahead, go see it. It'll be it's good. But it's a good, I would say, side story from from what we're getting when we from between right now and when we see episode 8 next year. I mean later on this year. So yeah. Until next time, this is LWJ and thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves.
You think you know me?
Oh, one more thing before I go. The reason why they named the movie Rogue One was when the group of rebels were heading to when the group of rebels after Galen Merrick was killed, they rendezvoused on Yavin 4 to tell the Alliance what was going on and how they were going to be able to get this particular thing. And as they left, when they left, when the small group of rebels left to get the plans, they used a a stolen Imperial ship, and when they left, they called it the people the communications people from the Rogue One, I mean not from the Yavin 4 location said, "What are you? Who are you? What did you call us?" And they said, and this guy just came over and said, "Rogue One," and they just took off. So there you go. Sorry about the whole leaving that part out, and later.
You think you know me?